Is this what we should now come to expect from our gracious Majesty the Queen? What are we talking about? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Isn't it glorious today? I thought I'd bring you out, and also do remember, when I bring you out in the winter and you say, oh, it looks cold, Neil, you look cold, you're blue, all that sort of stuff. Let's try and remember these gorgeous days, these moments, relish every moment you can get into the sun because, of course, wear protection. I'm telling you now, wear protection, particularly if you're fair skinned like me, it's not good for us. But every now and again, a bit of vitamin D does us good, doesn't it? It's a little bit like our gracious Majesty the Queen, who popped out unexpectedly today, looking as ever resplendent in lemon. She did look in fine fettle, and this is her first trip out of Windsor really in months. I think from March onwards. We saw, of course, attend the memorial service of her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, at Westminster Abbey. But this big event today was to open the Elizabeth line. It's a brand new extension of course, the Underground, the Tube here in London. Amazing, really. Everything seemingly worked on time. Perhaps you could turn up every day. Incredible. What I loved about this particular visit was it was unexpected, unannounced. The Right Honourable Boris Johnson was there also to see things. And amazingly, back from visiting the pop farm over in America, the London Mayor sniffing an opportunity to get back on camera and, of course, make sure he's seen at these events. No matter what problems we have in London, you can always be relied to pop up for, of course, any publicity outing. But back to our gracious Majesty the Queen. As I say, she looked wonderful. What I personally enjoyed was the fact that, as I say, she went there along with her son, Prince Edward, who was there to guide, etc. And he took her trip on the train. She stayed around about 12 minutes. Now this, a lot of people said, oh, she wasn't there long. Look, the fact that she got over to Paddington from Windsor at that unearthly hour, it was just before, of course, the station fully opened, is remarkable. But this is going to be, according to Palace Insiders, the way now that we can expect to see the Queen. Not so much, sort of informed or whatever. We won't know as and when, if she can make it. What we've been told is, as ever, she has good and bad days. Join the club, Your Majesty, I know what you mean. But on a serious note, the fact that she's still willing to get out there and do things like that at 96 years old is remarkable, commendable, particularly in this wonderful Platinum Jubilee year. I wanted to share this story with you because, as you know, there's so many negative stories, so it's always nice to share a positive story. One bit I must finish on though, that was incredibly funny. The gentleman who was managing the Elizabeth line was basically saying this is how you do an Oyster card. Top up your Oyster card. It's like a credit card, so you put money on it, they get to keep it, and then you scan it when you go through the barriers. You get the picture. Apparently the Queen said it's absolutely marvellous, wonderful. Actually, I don't carry cash. Naturally, laughter all round, a brilliant sort of respite as ever, and really just broke the ice and made everybody feel wonderfully welcome. If you're coming over to London for the Platinum Jubilee, go along and look at the wonderful plaque. It is there now. They had another plaque, but they swapped it at the last minute, knowing, once they knew that she was actually going to be turning up. As I say, it's just wonderful in this beautiful sunshine to share a positive story, as ever, about our wonderful monarch. And remember, next time you're travelling on the Elizabeth line, you'll need cash, unlike our gracious Majesty the Queen. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.